Hola, ¿cómo estás? Aquí estamos arrancando el curso muy especial para ti, 2 horas en vivo desde París, con quien te presentamos en un minuto más. Estamos aquí en Auvernia. Es un curso específico para ti que levantaste la mano diciendo quiero saber más sobre pelo, más sobre fibra capilar, más sobre un tema que yo como doctor o doctora no he estudiado, no he conocido tanto más que a veces como paciente o los que hacen tricología más a fondo, pero creo que ha habido mucho interés a raíz del primer webinar que les dimos con la doctora Daniela y el doctor Hugo, así que decidimos para ustedes, los pocos que hemos podido estar en contacto, para darles un curso especializado, personalizado, de fibra capilar de la marca Lazartigue. Quiero sin más esperar decirles que estoy sumamente contento y feliz, honrado de tener con nosotros aquí el día de hoy a Mahdi Ben Hadid. Mahdi es International Trainer de Lazartigue. Mahdi es pues un amigo de la marca Lazartigue. Hoy es el encargado de la parte de capacitación. Mahdi es un estilista francés, pero estudió en Londres, en el College of Fashion. Trabajó muchísimo como estilista y como especialista en looks y en makeups. Después trabajó en Tony Guy en London, en Jacques Dessange en París, en Lucie Sinclair en Marrakech, en Marruecos, y en Masato, París. Ha desempeñado cargos como International Trainer en otras empresas también. Es un largo currículum, pero sobre todo un gran experto. Nos va a dar hoy la plática en inglés, porque Mahdi no habla español, pero estaremos conectados. Y quiero que Mateo, nuestro director de marketing, nos cuente un poquito por qué decidimos en Grupo Auvernia, en esas marcas nuevas orgánicas, incluir una marca como Lazartigue, que está un poco aparentemente lejos del mundo de Auvernia, que se encarga más de salud que de belleza, pero nos hemos dado cuenta que había una creciente demanda, ¿verdad, Mateo, en cuanto a esos temas?
Sí, muy buenos días a todos. Muchas gracias por recibirnos en tu canal, Emanuel. Pues quería darles algunos datos de mercado antes de arrancar esta capacitación sobre la fibra capilar con Mahdi. Los datos del mercado son muy peculiares en México, son datos de mercado del total de la belleza, es decir, no tiene que ver solo con nuestros consultorios, no tiene que ver solo con farmacias, también tiene que ver con departamentales, con tortudor, con, ¿cómo se llama?, supermercados. Y es interesante ver que en México la mujer mexicana gasta el mismo monto de dinero en belleza capilar que en belleza para la piel. Eso es bastante interesante cuando vemos como en el mundo de nuestros consultorios la oportunidad que esto nos da sobre el tema del cuidado del cabello. ¿Sí? Que por cada 100 pesos gastados en face care, pues gastas 100 pesos en skincare a nivel total. Esa es la primera información. La segunda es de que este mercado de la belleza capilar, el 15% de este mercado está en el cuidado del cuero cabelludo y el 85%, el gran trozo del pastel, está en el cuidado de la fibra capilar. Y eso mismo los tratamientos para cuero cabelludo lo entendieron, porque hasta ya tenemos tratamientos para cuero cabelludo graso y puntas secas, por ejemplo, porque es la cosa que ve una paciente no ve su cuero cabelludo, lo que siente es su fibra capilar, y eso es lo que genera de que requiere tratamientos específicos. Entonces eso es un dato muy importante, y es por eso que les queríamos hablar hoy con Mahdi del tema de la fibra capilar. Y por fin, el tercer dato que les quiero compartir es, vamos a hablar hoy de una marca en particular que es Lazartigue, y es una marca vegana y natural. Y esto es muy interesante porque hoy en día 1 de cada 2 millennials a nivel mundial está dispuesto en gastar tratamientos capilares y skincare para cuidar su piel que sean naturales, o su piel o su cabello, perdón, que sean naturales. Y a veces, pues, los millennials los tenemos así como un ente, a veces, ¿no? Como se llama, que no logramos bien entender qué representa. En México, los millennials son 46% de la población. El millennial más joven hoy en día ya tiene 25 años, ya seguramente salió de la universidad y ya está chambeando. Entonces, ese consumidor que es tremendamente activo busca marcas naturales. Y eso es la razón por la cual pues, queríamos compartirles con ustedes y con Mahdi esta formación sobre la fibra capilar. ¿Qué te parece, Manuel?
Pues me parece muy bien y habíamos traído esas marcas pensando en un segmento de mercado diferente, incluso una nueva división de Auvernia, que es una división retail, para justamente alcanzar los clientes donde están, y normalmente los clientes para estos tipos de productos van con su peluquero, van en la farmacia, van con su consejero en belleza, pero no van con su doctor. Y nos hemos dado cuenta que los mundos convergen y se juntan en ese caso. Así que es un enorme gusto, Mahdi. After this introduction about the market, about why it is important, the Mexican market on the skincare and hair care, which is approximately the same size. Es increíble que gaste tanto una paciente en cremas como en productos de pelo, y el doctor pues no tiene productos de pelo. We are seeing a big opportunity, and our doctors and our salespeople who are now connected are eager to listening to you, and we're very, very happy to have you on board, Mahdi. How is Paris and how have you been? How is your health and the company? Everybody safe?
Hi, everybody. I'm very happy to be with you today and to share with you all this nice information about Lazartigue. Yes, we are. Everybody is safe at the office. We are back at the office, and things are getting a lot better with everybody. So it's very positive, and we hope that it's going to stay as positive as it is.
That's nice. That's a good hope for us. Una esperanza para nosotros en México, la vuelta a la normalidad. Mahdi, all yours. You can now start. And no olviden, pueden hacer sus preguntas, your questions live. Pueden hacerlas y yo voy ayudando a que las hagamos a Mahdi sobre Lazartigue, las rutinas, los productos, todo sobre pelo en las próximas 2 horas. Aquí estamos juntos. No me voy. Gracias. Let's go, Mahdi.
So we are going to talk about Lazartigue, the brand Lazartigue. I'm going to tell you everything about the brand. So Jean-François Lazartigue, one of the biggest hairdressers in Paris from the 60s. He actually, from the beginning, his priority was protecting his hair clients from all the attacks, the mechanical ones and the chemical ones. The mechanical ones like hair dryers, hair straighteners, hair curlers, and all the chemical ones like hair colors, perms, and relaxing hair treatments. The attention resulted in his hair care products with a high concentration of natural and pure active ingredients. He was actually very known for his personalized hair care treatment. So he had a lot of prescription and a lot of diagnosis with intensive and individual tailor-made hair care. And that was his biggest strength.
Mahdi, just a question. On est en train de voir ta présentation comme mode modérateur. Si tu peux la mettre en full screen,
oui.
Faut que t'enlèves, s'il te plaît. Sorry for that. Vamos a poner la pantalla completa para que tengan mayor visibilidad en su pantalla. Lazartigue fue un pionero y eso es algo increíble que tengamos esa marca en México, de que tengamos un pionero y alguien que esté totalmente involucrado en la fibra capilar desde sus inicios. Entonces, voilà, el infomètre en grand. Ya podemos pasar la pantalla full screen.
No, it's not the right one. It's not working.
No. ¿Me ayudan, por favor, equipo? Si quieren, pasen la presentación ustedes. Comme on l'a fait tout à l'heure, Mahdi.
Oui, je sais, je refais la même chose, mais ça n'a pas l'air de fonctionner au fait depuis que...
Ahorita ponemos la pantalla. Diana, dime lo que hacemos, nada más para que arranquemos con el pie derecho, por favor.
Il y a quelque chose qui est partagé.
Comparten, no, il n'y en a plus.
Parce qu'il me dit un élément est en cours de partage.
Sí, un segundo.
Ok, una disculpa por eso. Estamos arrancando esos saludos, Berta. Saludos, Cristi. Saludos, Hanna. Saludos a Gaby. Saludos a todas las que están conectados. ¿O cómo lo puede hacer? ¿Cómo lo puede hacer Mahdi? Diana, por favor.
Hola, solamente que comparta su presentación como lo hizo hace rato, sin poner el modo moderador, por favor.
Tu le fais comme tout à l'heure, mais il ne faut pas que tu le mettes comme présenteur. Vas-y, refais-le.
Oui, c'est ce que j'essaye de faire.
Envoie-nous ta presse et on le fait nous aussi, si tu veux.
Ouais, c'est bon. Attends.
Oh, et passe-la comme ça en attendant. Nos va a mandar su...
Je sais, mais au fait,
¿Ya?
j'ai tout l'ordi qui a bugué, j'ai un problème là.
Ok, su compu tuvo un problema, nos va a mandar su presentación para que la podamos hacer. Recuerden que Lazartigue está disponible en Instagram, Lazartigue MX, son las redes sociales que manejamos en México. Y mientras Mahdi arregla esa cuestión de conflicto que le causó la presentación, ya podemos seguir con esto. Mateo, tenía otra pregunta. ¿Cuáles son los productos que más se venden en México en el mercado del hair care? Aprovechando, eso es la geografía de la marca. Y mientras, si Mateo nos puede platicar de la geografía de la marca, le dicen a Mateo, por favor, para que esté con nosotros. Muchas gracias. O Grecia, ¿nos comentas, por favor, los productos y los productos que más se venden en México en los cuidados?
Así es, por supuesto. Les cuento un poco de la geografía. Pues en general la marca tiene 3 grandes subcategorías. La primera es cuidado de belleza capilar, que va dirigida a toda la fibra capilar. La segunda es el cuidado o tratamientos de cuero cabelludo. Y como ustedes pueden ver, donde hay como un circulito amarillo, son los bestsellers de la marca. Uno de ellos es el Huile de Ref. La verdad es que es el producto icónico de la marca. En español tiene un nombre muy lindo, que es aceite de los sueños. Sirve como termoprotector y también para una hidratación muy, muy alta de la fibra capilar. También otro producto es el exfoliante. El shampoo Nourish 2 en 1, que es un shampoo suave, que no genera espuma, pero genera una gran hidratación para cabellos maltratados, resecos, etc. Y la mascarilla de Repair, que complementa muy bien este low shampoo. Esos serían nuestros top sellers de la marca. Y en tratamientos de cuero cabelludo, pues tenemos para diferentes necesidades como caída de cabello, anticaspa, cuero cabelludo graso, cuero cabelludo muy graso y cuero cabelludo sensibilizado. Y además la coloración en casa, la cual está hecha a base de MEA, es decir, es un producto que no tiene amoníaco, te da una mejor cosmeticidad a tu cabello, un mejor brillo, te olvidas de ese mal olor o ese aroma penetrante que a veces es muy, muy molesto. Y te deja un resultado de un cabello sedoso, muy brillante, un color increíble y una cobertura de canas al 100%, con un acabado multidimensional. ¿Qué quiere decir esto? Que es un acabado mucho más natural para tu cana porque refleja la luz de diferente manera, no hace un acabado tipo casco, como lo son algunos colorantes de supermercado tradicionales. Ese es un poco a grandes rasgos lo que es nuestra marca Lazartigue y cómo está compuesta.
Ok, perfecto. Ya está con nosotros Mahdi. Mahdi, vas-y, tu peux mettre ta presse.
Oui, je suis en train de le faire, c'est juste que j'ai un petit problème, ça bug. Donnez-moi 1 minute.
Sinon, c'est pas grave, tu la mets comme elle était très bien. Hein. Il vaut mieux que ça soit comme tu l'avais mise, tu ne changes rien. Et on continue comme ça. Merci.
Je pense que là, c'est bon. Vous devez
là,
avoir la boîte.
On la voit parfaitement là.
Vous la voyez là?
Yeah. So, you were stating about this gentleman, Mr. Lazartigue. Quite a story, no? Mr. Lazartigue, is Mr. Lazartigue still alive, Mahdi?
No, unfortunately, he passed away. He passed away at the beginning of the year. But he was old, he was a little bit sick, and he passed away actually in March, I think.
Acaba de fallecer Jean-François Lazartigue, exactamente. So this guy was a pioneer. Why was he a pioneer?
So he was actually one of the first to create the hair care range developed with a diagnosis tool using a microscope. So as I was telling you, in 63, he opened his first big salon in Paris. In 72, he actually developed one of the nicest straightening techniques. You know, all his competitors used to use all the fast services with thiol that smells very bad and breaks the internal hair structures. Mr. Lazartigue, he actually reduces the concentration of that molecule and adds very high concentrated butters and oil. So it was a service that took about 4 hours compared to the others where it was very chemical and it took like 40 minutes. So I was telling you, in 1976, in a context where large clients, you know, like large groups like L'Oréal speaks only of laboratory technologies like ceramides and other things, Lazartigue was betting on natural ingredients in high concentration in his beauty cares. He was at the time considered as a fool in the eye of the others, but today it is said of him that he was at the time a very true pioneer. Our values are very simple and basic. So all the products are botanical. Everything is made by hair experts. So all the products are premium products and vegan, which means botanical. At Lazartigue, we firmly believe that the power of benefits of nature are all the women need. So we keep pursuing excellence by providing products with a maximum percentage of naturality. Today, we have no nasties, we have very short list of ingredients and at least 89% ingredients from botanical and natural origins. The formulas are vegan. The formulas are today 92% vegan. They will be 100% vegan by the end of 2020. Why they are not all vegan? Because on the Purify shampoo, we have propolis in the ingredients, and propolis comes from honey from bees, so that doesn't make it vegan. But it's gonna be replaced with white clay by the end of 2020, so all the formulas will be 100% vegan. But that means that it still doesn't have any animal-derived materials and no cruelty-free, which means the products are never tested on animals. Premium, we wanted our formula to be extremely sensorial. So all the products are very creamy and rich, extraordinarily abundant. So the masks are very generous, soft, and transforming. And the scalp treatments are soothing and instantly refreshing. And all the fragrances that you can have in our products, they are tailor-made to an invitation to indulge, escape, and enjoy. And everything is created by very talented French perfumers. All of the bottles and the cardboard, everything is recycled. So everything is recycled and sourced in Europe. So all of the bottles of shampoo, they were like plastic bottle, water bottles, resourced in Europe. So optimized carbon footprint. The false good idea is bioplastic, but bioplastic is not a very good idea because it consumes a lot of water, it causes deforestation, and it has a negative carbon footprint. As I was telling you, our formulas are very different. So it's sulfate-free, silicone-free. We have only gentle preservatives and no nasties. One of the most important things in our products is the fact that they are all sulfate-free. The sulfate is a detergent. So we replace this detergent by a mixture of ultra-respectful coconut-derived surfactants for a gentle washing. It's not going to be the same foam as a shampoo that actually has sulfate. It's going to be a different foam, but we get used to it and it's 100% better for the hair and for the scalp.
A question,
Yes.
Mahdi, about what would be the difference with other shampoos. It means, what is the feeling that the customer would experience at the beginning when they use Lazartigue versus other shampoos that contain siliconas? ¿En qué se diferencian los shampoos y al inicio qué va a experienciar, qué va a experimentar el paciente, el cliente al usar los productos de Lazartigue en los shampoos en particular?
So the main difference, the fact that you don't have silicone and you don't have sulfate in the formula, sulfate is going to be very irritating for the scalp and for the hair. So using the mixture of oils to replace the sulfate is going to actually make the hair very soft, and never the scalp will always be protected. At the beginning, when you use a silicone-free shampoo, it's a kind of a weird feeling. We need at least a week or two to adapt to the new silicone-free shampoo. Why? When you are used to silicone, silicone is like makeup for hair. It's gonna actually leave a thin layer on the hair, like a film, a very thin film on the hair. It will actually give you the impression that the hair is treated and hydrated, because it's gonna be softer, shinier, and easier to style. The fact is, it doesn't treat the hair at all, and it's actually gonna suffocate the hair and the scalp in the long term. So the first step by using the Lazartigue shampoos is going to be detoxification from silicone and from all the other ingredients that we don't have in our shampoos. So there is a time of adaptation. Once you actually detoxified your hair and your scalp from all the other shampoo you used to use before, the action begins. What you have to remember is, with Lazartigue, our products, they are treatments. You have to consider them like treatments. So you're going to see the efficiency from 2 to 3 weeks of use.
Ok, very clear. Entonces está muy claro que al usar al inicio un producto que no tiene siliconas en particular, la experiencia parece ser que estás en un detox. Entonces que Grecia me corregirá más adelante. Cuando veamos los productos, al inicio la experiencia puede ser ingrata de chin, mi pelo ya no es tan suave, pero esas siliconas que estaban envolviendo la fibra capilar es como un maquillaje que va finalmente haciendo creer que está sano, hidratado, cuando al final es nada más una cobertura exterior, una parafina, una especie de encubrimiento, pero en profundidad, si analizáramos, y lo vamos a hacer en México en microscopio, esa cuestión de la fibra, veríamos que no está sana y no está bien, pero la sensación de brillo, de suave, de seda, ya está, porque la silicona envuelve esa fibra. Very clear. Thank you very much. So it is important for customers to know that, because there is kind of a period of detox at the beginning when you switch from a shampoo with silicone to Lazartigue. That's correct.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
So to continue with our formulas and why they are different, for instance, all the preservatives that we have, they are gentle preservatives. So you're going to have a preservative that's very controversial and that you should avoid in all the beauty products is actually phenoxyethanol. So this is the one that you're actually, all the brands use it, and it's one of the worst preservatives in the beauty industry. Nasty is free, which means we don't have any artificial coloring in our formulas. We don't have alcohol, which is very irritating, and we don't have mineral oils. Mineral oils are all the petroleum oils. So now we're going to talk about the products, and I'm going to go through the 29 hair cares and the 9 coloration. As you can see, we have a solution for every problem. So we're going to start with the beauty hair care, and we're going to start with the extra gentle shampoo. The extra gentle shampoo is the shampoo for normal hair. This is the kind of shampoo that everybody can use, and you can use it every day if you want. So this shampoo, it actually gently washes and softens the fiber, preserving the scalp for normal hair. It enables to prevent from disorders and maintain an optimal balance of the scalp. This shampoo actually is made with rice milk, geranium, and lemon essential oils. It's a transparent gel, and it smells very good. It has a citrus note and the floral base. The extra gentle shampoo, as you might see, cleanses the hair while being very gentle. It's actually like its name says, it's a very gentle shampoo. So the hair is very, very soft and shiny, and you don't feel any irritation in your scalp. And there is no problem for frequent use. So even people and clients that wash their hair every day, this is the kind of shampoo they can use. We're gonna go to the exfoliate. So the exfoliate, it's actually the scrub. It's the head scrub. As you might know, we usually do scrubs for the face, and the scalp is the continuity of the face skin. So since you do a scrub once a week on your face, or once every 2 weeks or every 10 days, we are supposed to do exactly the same in our scalp. Why? Because this is gonna detoxify the scalp and cleanse it and remove all the impurities that you might have on your scalp and all the deposits that might be because of the beauty products you're using, the styling products you're using, and it might detoxify even from all the silicone that you might have in all the other products you used to have on your hair beauty care. This is actually
a question from,
yes.
Yeah, Mahdi, sorry, we have a question. There is echo on your side, I'm sorry. There's a question that says that, when do you recommend exfoliation? Porque es algo nuevo, la exfoliación. Do you recommend it on a routine base or on a necessary, only for necessary reason base? Or is it something we can do routinely for our scalp? What is your recommendation? ¿Usar la exfoliación de rutina o nada más por razón necesaria?
It's actually supposed to become your beauty routine. As I was saying, since you exfoliate your face, you know, usually people take care of their skin. When you want to take care of your skin and have a nice face, you usually do facials. In your facials, you always have the scrub part. So this is supposed to be a beauty routine. You can exfoliate your scalp once a week, once every 10 days, or once every 2 weeks. But once a week is perfect. So this is supposed to be a routine that you continue doing, because it's just gonna remove all the deposits and even the dead skins that you might have on your scalp. So it's gonna detoxify and refresh. And it actually has 2 actions. You have a chemical action with the fruit acids, and actually another action with the jojoba beads that are gonna exfoliate the skin. It's a very gentle exfoliating system.
Esa doble exfoliación mecánica y química permite que en una rutina de una sola vez a la semana estés logrando, al igual que en la piel, una rutina de belleza para tu cabello. This is very interesting, the comparison you're making, because most of our doctors in Mexico are focusing on aesthetic, and they do recommend certain frequency of exfoliation of the skin, either on the body or on the face or on the hands. And that's very nice, the parallel you're drawing, and making that also the scalp needs to have its exfoliation once a week. So that's very nice. Thank you for the explanation. That was a question we had. Saludos a Samira, saludos a Dianita, saludos a todas las doctoras que nos han alcanzado, Melba, Diana y todas. We're very happy to have you on board. So many doctors connected. Gracias, Mahdi. On peut continuer.
You're welcome. So to continue with the beauty products, you have the repair shampoo, conditioner, and intensive repair mask. So this is for very damaged and sensitized hair. You have to make a very good difference between damaged hair and dry hair. Damaged hair is hair that became dry because of external or chemical damages. Okay, so coloring, lightening, highlights, all these things, and blow drying and hair curlers and hair straighteners, all these things damages the hair and it becomes dull and loses its shines. The vegetal keratin we use is actually gonna restructure the hair fiber. So as this shampoo is very enriched with keratin, it's gonna repair the hair damages and restructure the fiber. So the hair is gonna become stronger, silkier, and shinier. And once again, as I was telling you before, This is a treatment, so the client has to be using it for at least 2 weeks to start seeing a difference.
Une petite question, Mahdi.
Oui.
This is a question from doctors. So we need 2 weeks to see a result. 2 semanas para ver what kind of clients, customers, patients would start using the repair shampoo. Would it be the first step of any routine to come back to a normal, or what is your recommendation as a hairdresser and specialist? Si lo recomiendas a todos los pacientes o nada más los que sí realmente tienen la fibra muy dañada.
The recommendation will be actually to use the right shampoo for your problem. With Lazartigue, the most positive thing is that we have an answer for everything. Now, if you have damaged hair, you can use the repair shampoo. You can use the repair shampoo, you can use the repair conditioner, you can use the repair mask as well. But you can actually mix and match from the collection, which means before using, for instance, your repair shampoo, you might do an exfoliating treatment before using the shampoo. After you use the repair shampoo, or maybe you have the client has colored hair, they might use the shampoo for colored hair. When you have damaged hair like this, the priority is for the mask. The mask is going to be the most concentrated in hyaluronic acids and vegetal keratin. Okay, so the priority would be the mask, but there's no problem of mixing all the products together to answer what the client needs.
Okay, thank you very much. There's another question. If the extra gentle shampoo that we saw before can be used in kids, what is your experience on the kids' hair with the extra gentle shampoo? Esa es pregunta que nos hace un anónimo, si el extra gentle shampoo se usa también en niños o no.
The extra gentle shampoo, we're supposed to use it from 6 years old.
A partir de 6 años. Okay, thank you very much. Another question from Dr. Berta.
Yes.
Une autre question. The repair mask can be used on a daily routine, and if where do you get the vegetal keratin that's in this? So can you use the repair mask every day?
Well, usually when you have damaged hair, you're not supposed to wash your hair every day, okay? But if you do wash your hair every day, what you might do is use maybe the repair conditioner every day and do your repair mask once or twice a week. That will be the best thing to do. And to answer the question for the vegetal keratin, it's actually from tamarind seeds.
Ok, pues, Bertita, para que veas que sí, es un producto que viene de una semilla de tamarindo. Entonces, interesante, ¿no? Esa queratina se extrae vegetalmente de el tamarindo mexicano, o al menos de nuestras latitudes. Thank you very much, Mahdi.
You're welcome. So the repair shampoo, as I was telling you, is based with vegetal keratin that's going to restore the substance. And the botanical hyaluronic acid is going to hydrate and plump the fiber. And this we can use, as I said, the mask at least once a week is for a very good result is at least once a week. Another hairdresser's tip, I know in the packaging it says 5 minutes, but it's 5 minutes minimum. The best way to do, to leave a mask is to leave it at least for 15 minutes. If we can wrap the head with a hot towel or put it under a steamer, or just leave it like that for at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes, it's always better. Something else you have to know, all the Lazartigue masks, all of them, you can put them as a night treatment. There is no problem of putting the mask all night long on your hair.
Okay.
The Nourish collection. So the Nourish collection is for dry and thick hair. Okay, so dry hair is deficient in essential lipids in dry hair, so it doesn't have enough sebum. Okay, the Nourish shampoo is the high nutrition shampoo for dry hair. This is exactly the difference between damaged hair and dry hair. Dry hair is a nature. So when you have dry hair, is a nature. It didn't become dry because you were too exposed to the sun, or you were using chemicals or hair colors. You can have naturally dry hair, and this is the answer for natural dry hair, because we have a high nutrition mask based with shea butter. Shea butter is very known to be extremely nourishing, so this shampoo is gonna nourish the hair and soften the fiber. And once again, the mask is gonna be more concentrated. Why? Because we have actually 20% of shea butter and babassu butter in our formula. So as you might see, 20% of shea butter and babassu butter in the formula, and usually on the other brands you have 7% maximum of shea butter. Another answer to very dry and thick hair is the Nourish 2-in-1. So the Nourish 2-in-1 is a low shampoo based with shea butter. What is a low shampoo? A low shampoo is actually like a it's like cleansing milk. It's like a makeup remover. I'm gonna compare once again hair and scalp to skin and facial skin. When you have irritated skin, you're not gonna use soap to wash your hair, and you're gonna maybe use cleansing milks. They're gonna be softer and gentler on the skin. It's exactly the same with the Nourish 2-in-1. Nourish 2-in-1, it looks like a hair treatment. It looks like a mask, but it's not gonna foam at all, but it's gonna actually remove all the dirt and a little bit of the oily residues and dust, for instance, on your hair, but without foaming at all. So it's not gonna dry your scalp or your hair. This is as well a best thing to do when you're on holiday or during summertime. Women usually, when they go on holiday or during the summer, you have the beach, the swimming pool, you're gonna wash your hair every day. So the answer is, instead of using a regular shampoo and washing your hair every morning or every night, it's better to use this slow shampoo for like 2, 3, 4 days, and every 4 or 5 days you do a regular shampoo.
A question.
Yes.
For which part of the customers you recommend more the Nourish? Quelle catégorie c'est mieux le Nourish?
Dry hair and thick hair.
Ok, para pelo seco y para pelo espeso. Okay.
Because shea butter is gonna be very concentrated and it's kind of heavy. So if you put it on someone that has fine hair, it's gonna weigh it down. So it's not gonna work. This is really extremely for dry hair and thick hair. We have another product for dry hair and fine hair, and I'm gonna talk to you about it right now. It's called the Nourish Light. So the Nourish Light is the best answer for dry and fine hair. In my hairdressing experience, I used to have always the same question from my clients. What am I supposed to do? My hair is too thin. Whenever I put a mask or a conditioner for dry hair, it weighs it down and I lose all my volume, and even my hairstyle, it doesn't last for an hour. With Lazartigue, we have the answer for all these women who cannot do a mask because it weighs down their hair. This is the answer, the Nourish Light. The Nourish Light is gonna nourish the hair without weighing it down. So it's not with shea butter base, it's only with soy oil base. So this shampoo is gonna nourish dry and fine hair without weighing it down and leaving it very shiny and without losing the natural volume you have in your hair. Usually thin hair don't have a lot of volume and all the clients want to keep that volume. With the Nourish Light, they will never lose their volume. And at the same time, they will actually treat the problem, which is dry hair. So you have the shampoo, the conditioner, and the mask. And the mask is gonna be the most concentrated in soy oil.
Another question about Dr. Jessie Schwarzberg. We say hello to you, Jessie. So none of the shampoos can be used below 6 years old, or is there any shampoo of Lazartigue that can be used in under 6 years old? Si hay un shampoo para debajo de 6 años o no.
We recommend from 6 years old. It's always better. Before 6 years old, I think it's better to use shampoos for kids, for children.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Entonces no hay una línea pediátrica, pero sí, a partir de 6 años se pueden usar todos los shampoos de Lazartigue, pero en pelos debajo de 6 años recomienda Mahdi que se usen marcas específicas que tienen productos para niños, ¿no? Eso es. Another question from Dr. Aidette Ortiz. She's fan of the brand and she's been using the scrub every 2 weeks and she's very happy, especially with patients with a hyperseborrhea. Para los pacientes seborreicos es muy bueno el scrub. She's asking if you can mix all the lines in the week. Do you can combine products in a week with different products of the same line?
You can combine. If you have multiple problems, maybe you have colored hair, dry hair, and at the same time hair loss, there is no problem of combining our products. You can mix and match. You are supposed to mix and match to get the right prescription.
Okay, thank you. Sí, mezclar es bueno también en la parte del pelo sano y de los shampoos y mascarillas, acondicionadores y todo eso. Thank you very much.
So as I was saying, the Nourish Light Conditioner, it's a targeted nutrition, doesn't weigh down and strengthen the hair. One of the best products is the Color Protect. The Color Protect line is one of the best lines. Why? Because you have the shampoo, you have the conditioner and the mask. The shampoo is actually a shampoo that's gonna have an acid pH. So when the acid pH level, when the pH level is acid, the color and the radiant protection shampoo closes the hair cuticles. So what happens when you actually close the hair cuticles with the pH that's acid? It's gonna make sure the hair color stay inside the hair follicle. So the hair color is trapped inside the hair. And that means that the hair color is gonna last longer, stay shinier, and it's not gonna fade. All the women that have colored hair, they all have the same problem. Whenever they do a shampoo, they think that their hair color is becoming lighter or it's changing. And all of this is because of the pH of their shampoo. So when you use the right product with the right pH, the color is gonna last longer. Using the Color Protect mask is gonna make the color last longer, but at the same time, it's gonna hydrate the hair and nourish it to the maximum. And this one has actually camellia oil in it.
Is this for any colored hair? Does it mean that any kind of coloration by commercial brands and other brands from your hairdresser? Or is it specifically to protect the color with the coloration of Lazartigue?
No, it's not for Lazartigue coloration. It's actually for all the coloration. It works with all type of coloration. Because of the acid pH, so the color is gonna stay inside the hair. So it doesn't matter if it's a Lazartigue color or another brand. It's gonna work out for every colored hair.
Okay. We've got a doctor asking that she had a patient that when using the color product, she got some kind of discoloration. What can have happened there? Or in those cases, what can be the cause of the discoloration of their color? She will send the specific pictures and we will discuss that, but she's asking, is there any case of any color that would not be of good quality or any special coloration that we have in Mexico, maybe the cause, or what is your thought about that?
If I understood the question, I'll just make sure I understood the question. The question is, this client did a color and it didn't last?
No, she did a color and she used the color product and she got discoloration. Elle était décolorée en utilisant ces produits-là sur sa couleur. En fait, ça n'a pas conservé la couleur.
Using our product? No.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of weird, yeah. I don't think maybe if she can give us more details from like the brand of color she used, and if she sent me all the details, I can give you a better answer.
Yes, María, tendrás una respuesta personalizada. Doctora Bastidas is asking us the coloration with peroxide, especially for very light colors. Any recommendation for those who have those peroxide blonde light colors in Mexico? That is very frequent here.
Well, for them, like the best prescription, it would be using l'huile de rêve, the oil that I'm going to talk to you later about, the Color Protect shampoo, and the repair mask. This would be the best combination if you have peroxide hair or very bleached hair or highlights or hair that's been a little bit damaged because of color or discolor.
Ok, entonces la rutina para esos pelos claros que están tintados con peróxido será la combinación de 3 productos. Tu me rappelles, huile de rêve, aceite,
the color shampoo, and the repair mask. Shampoo,
y el repair mask sería la trilogía Esmeralda. Ok, el repair mask, el color protect shampoo y el aceite de los sueños, el huile de rêve, que ahorita lo platica en un momento más, que es de las mejores ventas que tenemos. Gracias, no dejen de hacer sus preguntas, aquí estamos en vivo.
Bon? Yes. Bon, merci. So now I'm going to talk about the volumized shampoo. So this is the volumized shampoo. It's for fine hair without volume. So as you might know, the cortex of the hair varies from a person to another. So the finer the hair is, the smaller the cortex is. As you might know, fine hair lacks from structure and substance. So it's usually flat, doesn't have a lot of density. After a blow dry, the volumizing effect falls flat very quickly, and the shape does not hold. For this type of clients, this is the answer to have volume. If you use the volumized shampoo, for sure you will have a beautiful volume on the roots. If you use the volumized spray, the volumized spray is going to help you maintain that volume without having a crispy feel. Usually when you use products for volume, you always have a dry feel on your scalp or a very hard feel, like a cardboard hard on your head. And usually the second day, your hairstyle is completely ruined. The best part about this product is that it's going to give you volume, but you're going to keep that natural looking hair, which means you're going to have volume on your roots without looking like someone who put tons of hairspray on their hair. And that's the best part about it.
Okay, thank you very much. There are questions specifics for men we will cover at the end. If there is a specific routine or products you more recommend for men, veremos la parte de pelo en hombres en un momento más. Thank you, you can go on.
Perfect. So we're gonna talk about oils. And as you might know, like oil has become the #1 segment of the hair market. It is worth an estimated like 1 billion euros, which accounts for half of hair care sales in the US, in Canada, in China, in the UK. This is the opportunity for us to go big and loud. Why? Because we have one of the best oils ever. Why? Because it's a 0% silicone, so it's silicone free. It has no mineral oil in it, it's colorant free, and it's 95% natural. We actually use the combination of botanical oils that penetrates deeply in the fiber with no weighing down or greasy effect. This is gonna actually offer a very nice shine, discipline, and intense nutrition. This oil is for everybody. So it works on all hair type. If you have thin hair, you can use oil, the huile de rêve. If you have thick hair, you can. If you have normal hair, you can. We took the best in every oil and delivered the best formula. Huile de rêve has argan oil in it to nourish, apricot oil in it to soften the hair, camellia oil to fortify the hair, and geranium oil to repair. So it's a blend of 4 botanical oils and a precious flowery fragrance all women love. So the fragrance is more bergamot jasmine water, rose ylang, and patchouli iris. For huile de rêve, you have a lot of professional uses. So the only thing you need to know is the right dose. But before, I'm going to tell you the uses that you can do. Before the shampoo, to deeply nourish the hair. So you can actually put it an hour before the shampoo, or you can leave it all night long before doing the shampoo. Once you washed your hair and did your mask, you can actually, before blow drying your hair, you can put a little bit of huile de rêve because it's not greasy at all.
So the routine you recommend is when is the best way or how many times can you use huile de rêve? Porque nos preguntan cuántas veces y si de la punta a la media. So what's the exact routine? You put it from the scalp to the extension or only from the half of the fiber to...
No need to put it on the scalp. You can put it on your hair, on the length and on the ends. No need to put it on the scalp. And as I was saying, all the uses are before the shampoo to deeply nourish, before the blow dry to detangle, after the blow dry to luster and give it more shine, on the tips of the hair, or overnight for intense nutrition. There is actually another use. Okay. There's another use. You can add 2 to 3 drops in your coloring mixture. Not necessarily Lazartigue, but even if you're using another brand or going to a professional or a hair salon, you can put 2 to 3 drops on the color. It's gonna make it shinier.
Okay. Entonces, de las puntas, no en el cuero cabelludo, se usa antes de secarse el pelo. Donc, tu peux l'utiliser aussi avant, so you can use it before blow drying, correct?
Yes, before the shampoo, before blow drying, after blow drying, just to give it more shine, just on the ends if you want just to repair, or overnight for an intense nutrition.
Entonces, muy de uso múltiple. Ese aceite se puede utilizar antes y proteger un poco de la secadora, y del calor se puede utilizar después, en el pelo seco en las puntas, se puede utilizar en complemento y en cuidado o en prevención. Es un aceite bastante multiuso. We've got a few questions based on that. They're asking us specifically if it does really have an impact as a thermic protector. Does it mean that before blow drying it will help in this protection of the heat?
It's not. It doesn't have a heat protection system because we are working on a heat protection system that's gonna come out very soon, and it's gonna be called la crème de rêve. This one is only to nourish and help detangle. So it's not. It doesn't have a heat protector.
Ok, para desenredar, para cuidar, pero no sirve de protector térmico. Dr. Guzman, that we say hello, Daniela, is asking if you have a shampoo to hydrate the piel cabelluda, comment on dit ça en français, the scalp. I will translate it.
Irrité?
Non, je te l'envoie.
Okay. So just to carry on with huile de rêve, the right dose is very important to know the right dose. But of course, this depends on the length of the hair. But if you have thin, fine hair, it's 2 to 3 drops. If you have normal hair, it's 4 to 6 drops. And if you have thick hair, it's 6 to 10 drops. And then it depends how you're using it. If you're using it like a mask for intense nutrition overnight, you can put as much as you want. So now we're going to talk about hair treatments, and we're going to talk about hair loss for the first treatment. So as you might know, there are 2 types of hair loss. You have the progressive hair loss and the temporary hair loss. So for the progressive hair loss, you know, the hair begins to thin around the temples and the forehead. The hair loss then becomes more severe, and the areas around the temples and forehead extended over to the entire scalp. For men. For women, the hair thins and gradually falls out around the central crown. Progressive hair loss is something that you see more in men than women, but it happens for women as well. It's the same for temporary hair loss. Temporary hair loss is a severe hair loss that happens suddenly to a particular event: pregnancy, stress, illness, season change, hormonal imbalance, and this is actually happens more in women cases, but it does happen to men as well. For both hair loss, we have the same shampoo, the Fortify shampoo. The Fortify shampoo is actually the shampoo that's going to fortify the hair and give it all the supplement it needs to regain its vitality. And all of this because of the ricinus extract that's in it. Since it is very rich in ricinus, and as you might know, ricinus, it strengthens weakened hair and slows the hair loss. So when you use this shampoo day after day, the hair is a lot stronger and more resistant. Guarana extract and the ricinus extract, they increase circulation to the scalp and improve the hair growth. This shampoo and all the shampoo, it's very important to tell you this, since it doesn't have sulfate in it, if you feel that there isn't enough foam, there is no need of adding more shampoo. The best thing to do is add more water to get more foam.
Ok, eso es muy importante. No tienen sulfates, entonces no hay un poder espumoso, espumante tan grande. Entonces, si no más quieren más espuma, hay que agregar más agua. Pero es normal que no haga tanta espuma. Recordemos que esa línea no sirve para una alopecia androgenética u otros productos que requieren, obviamente, abordaje medicamentoso. Por eso tenemos otras marcas en Auvernia, como Auvernia Hair System, a base de ingredientes que son específicos para eso, pero en complemento coadyuvantes y compitiendo con las marcas que ven abajo de su pantalla, permiten tener un super tratamiento con las ventajas de la marca Lazartigue y en coadyuvante con los tratamientos de crecimiento capilar que pueden ustedes recomendar o prescribir o vender a sus pacientes. So we just precise that it's not a specific line for very complicated alopecia. It's not a drug. So we cannot pretend to regrow a very desperate case like mine. So we have to be very cautious. The doctors cannot use it as a growth product.
No, it's not miracle in a bottle.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's just gonna, it's just gonna really like protect the hair and give it all it needs to improve the hair growth, but it's not gonna make the hair grow back. This is very important to know.
Thank you very much.
Then we have the two hair serums. We have the thicker hair serum and the stronger hair serum. For the progressive hair loss, we have the thicker hair serum. And then we have the stronger hair serum. The progressive hair loss, as you might know, is due to hormonal or hereditary genetic factors. So this happens when the male hormones, testosterone, transform into dihydrotestosterone, so DHT, that stiffens the collagen. So the collagen thickens, which compresses the hair. So the hair becomes thinner from cycle to cycle and fall out. Women are also affected by this hormonal change because they have also testosterone. In women, alopecia develops mainly during the premenopause and menopause. For this case, we're going to use the thickening anti-hair loss serum. So it is made with biomimetic peptide and red clover extract. Of course, the main ingredient that works and make it works is the complex that we have, which is capixyl 5%. The thicker hair serum is gonna combat the thinning hair and the loss of density and slow down gradually the hair loss. Of course, this is something that you have to use every day and all the time. I will talk to you later about the application because it's the same application for both of them. But at least you have to do a 3-month treatment is recommended. But when it's a progressive hair loss, as all the other products, you are supposed to continue using it all the time. For the stronger serum, so this one has Capixyl 2.5%. So this complex is mixed with Nutrazene, that's an anti-inflammatory complex as well. This one is going to be a 3-month treatment, which means since it's a reactional hair loss, it's something that you might treat in a 3-month treatment. Women usually use it twice a year when there are like season changes or a special event that like stress or a change of a job or pregnancy, or when women usually when they give birth 2 months later they start losing a lot of hair. So this is the best product they can use to make sure the hair start growing back again. For the application, for both of them is the same application. You simply have to divide the scalp into 4 areas, fill the pipette, and gradually apply the serum by moving the pipette along the area. And of course, you need to massage the scalp to promote microcirculation. And we do not rinse. It can be used on wet hair, it can be used on dry hair, it can be used on freshly washed hair, or even if you didn't wash your hair, you can put back the product on the scalp for the second day. As you might see, our packaging are monodose, so it's very easy to use. You have no waste of product and non-eco-responsible packaging. So when you have too much packaging, it's non-eco-responsible. And with Lazartigue, we try to do our best to be responsible and to respect the environment. The formulas, they're not irritant. Why? In all the anti-hair loss products, you usually find alcohol, which is very irritating. We do not have alcohol. We do not have essential oils. A lot of people today have allergies to essential oils. So in all the anti-hair loss products, we don't have essential oils, and we don't have endocrine disturbator like phenoxyethanol, as I was telling you about earlier, the preservative that's very controversial.
Mahdi, there's a lot of questions about those serums, and they're very impressed by the products. Dr. Ana Valencia, that we say hello to, is asking if you can combine it with medical treatments, for instance, minoxidil and the serum, the thicker or the stronger serum together, or alternating with the minoxidil and hair loss specific medical treatments. What do you recommend?
Well, minoxidil is a very medical treatment, so it's kind of different. But I think there is no problem of using Lazartigue because both of them are 93% natural, so they don't have a lot of chemicals in them. And that's something that you might use with another product. But the best thing to do is to have the doctor's opinion about it. Because if you're already having a treatment, you have a doctor, so it's better to ask the doctor if with the treatment he gave the client, they might use the thicker or the stronger Lazartigue hair serum. But in general, there's no problem of doing that.
Okay. Yeah, Ana Valencia, she's a dermatologist, so she can use with no problem her patient and give minoxidil y alternar minoxidil con esos sueros o en complémento. Tu recommanderais quand? Le matin, le soir, s'il donne déjà du minoxidil? La doctoresse, elle est dermatologue.
Oui, so you can do it as she wants. The best thing is to do it in the morning or at night. It has to stay on your scalp for at least 12 hours.
Okay, para que permanezca 12 horas, entonces mañana o noche. They're asking us if we have the products in Mexico. Of course, Pati Rojo, we have the product and the stronger and thicker serums in Mexico, so we can discuss about that. Dr. Ramos is asking if it then is the product that you use pour ce qu'on appelle au Mexique le effluvio, telógeno, those temporary hair loss or hair weaknesses. So
Yes.
those products are specific for those patients, correct?
No, the stronger will be for those patients.
Okay.
The thicker is for the progressive.
Okay.
And the stronger will be better for those person, because the stronger, you can use it as a 3-month treatment to make sure the hair is stronger. So it's more appropriate to use the stronger one.
Thank you very much. Para efluvios telógenos es mejor el stronger en una campaña de 3 meses. Efectivamente, Melva, es la forma con la cual se recomienda por parte de Mahdi. Okay, go on. Thank you.
So we're going to talk about the clear anti-dandruff shampoo and the clear anti-dandruff cream after shampoo. Dandruffs are caused by excessive proliferation of the Malassezia fungus, which is found naturally in the scalp. So dandruff is usually and mostly found in oily scalps, but you can have as well dry dandruff. For both, these products work. Both of these products contain zinc pyrithione, which is known for its antifungal properties to treat this concern. It's very simple. You have the shampoo that has zinc pyrithione as well. You can use it once or twice a week, and the after shampoo after every shampoo. So if you're using another shampoo that's not particularly anti-dandruff, and because you have another problem to treat, maybe you have colored hair, maybe you don't want to use an anti-dandruff shampoo every time, you don't have maybe a lot of dandruff, the answer is the clear anti-dandruff after shampoo. With it has the applicator. So with the applicator, it's gonna make it very easy to do the application. So it's just you have to put the product section by section onto the scalp. No need to put it on the length or on the hair, and leave it for at least 3 minutes. After that, you can wash it. I want to give you like a hairdresser tip. A lot of women might have dandruff, or a lot of women have skin reaction from relaxing their hair with lissage and all the relaxing treatment and the Brazilian treatment and all of this. The clear shampoo might help them remove all the dandruff they have on their scalp. You can use the clear on the scalp, and at the same time, you can put a mask on the length and the split ends. You can have maybe a colored mask, you can have the repair mask if your hair is damaged, and you can have the nourish mask if your hair is dry and thick. So if you have dandruff and another problem, you can use both products at the same time. There's no problem, because one you're gonna use on your scalp, which is the clear, and the other one is gonna be used on the length.
There's a question that now I can translate and share.
Yes.
Is the scalp, c'est le cuir chevelu. Do you recommend any product that part of Lazartigue can hydrate or moisturize the scalp itself, that help not only the fiber and the hair, but also the scalp in nourishing the scalp?
We have a product that's gonna actually balance the scalp and make sure it's not irritated or it doesn't have any tightness or itchiness in it, if that's the question.
Non, la question c'est si tu as un shampoing qui va hydrater le cuir chevelu et qui va s'occuper aussi du cuir chevelu en plus de la fibre capillaire.
All of them do. All of them take care as well of the skin. The thing is with the scalp problems, since all the products are sulfate free, you're not gonna have that irritated scalp. So it's not gonna, your scalp is not gonna be dry because of the shampoo, because it doesn't have sulfate in it.
Ok, al no tener sulfatos tiene obviamente un efecto menos resecante para el cuero cabelludo, por lo tanto no es necesario usar tanto eso, pero si ya tienes un cuero cabelludo, Dani, que está ya seco o lastimado, todos esos productos por su capacidad y sus pocos nasty products, sus ingredientes que no son de la lista de los que sí causan más daño que beneficio, ayudan a que no suceda eso. The shampoo Calm is soothing and can also take care of the scalp. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay. That was
the Calm shampoo, it's for sensitive and irritated scalps. So usually when scalps are irritated, you feel tightness, it's itchy, and you have many different external factors that can disturb and cause imbalance on the scalp, like hormones, heat, dermatological disorder, etc. This is a soothing shampoo that's gonna moisturize with allantoin, which is known for its soothing properties. So this is a product that might be used as a regular shampoo, or it might be used once or twice a week. So if you have another shampoo that you like using, you're not forced to use only the Calm. You can use the Calm and use another shampoo from the collection if you have another need.
Entonces sí se puede utilizar el Calm para justamente cuidar y tratar también el cuero cabelludo en su efecto suavizante. La allantoína es el activo que va a permitir tener ese efecto también, digamos, hidratante y antiinflamatorio. También, they're asking us if we can use the Clear, sorry, it's another product, once a week or how many times a week? Because we heard
you
that
can use it once a week. You can use it if you do shampoo twice a week. You can use it twice a week. It depends on your need. But what we noticed with all the people that tried this shampoo, that the frequency of the washing is very it's longer. So people who used to do like 3 shampoos, they do only 1 shampoo a week, because they don't need 3 shampoos
we will talk
anymore.
about that. We will talk about that at the end. Platicaremos de esos puntos de si lavamos diario o no y qué productos, porque es un tema central en los cuidados que damos, si se puede, si se debe o no, y cuál es la recomendación. So there's always controversy about if you, in Mexico, we wash hair every day. So now you can help us teaching the patients and telling which product and how many times. We have another question for specific conditions like psoriasis, those very irritative and let's say painful diseases for patients, especially in their
psoriasis or
we know this brand and this line is not a medical brand, but do you have any product that get along, productos compañeros de los tratamientos para psoriasis en cuero cabelludo que podrían funcionar? Le Clear, le Purify, le Calm, what is your opinion?
Alors, so it's probably gonna be more for psoriasis and all these problems. It's more gonna be the Calm shampoo. But once again, if you're seeing a dermatologist, you need to have his. You need to ask the dermatologist if he recommends using another shampoo than the ones he actually prescribed to you.
Si tú como derma estimas que el tratamiento puede combinarse con un shampoo, el Calm sería para esos pacientes con psoriasis el más recomendado para tus pacientes psoriáticos, es la respuesta. According to the serum, Stronger, does it change the coloration, pink or transparent? Because sometimes we have change of color because it's organic oil mixture. What is your opinion about that, so that we do not get customers confused?
The color changes sometimes of the serum because of the light, so it's photosensitive. And as I told you, we don't have artificial coloring. All the colors that we have inside are natural colors, so we don't manage to we don't know how to fix them, because if you want to fix them, you have to put some preservatives that are controversial. So we prefer to leave it as natural as possible. So yes, for the serums, the color might change, but it doesn't mean that the product is not good or expired.
Es un muy buen punto. Nuestros sueros pueden llegar a cambiar de color rosa transparente porque, como lo escucharon, no se usan conservadores ni productos químicos. Entonces, no va a cambiar su eficacia ni su estructura, de la mezcla de los 4 aceites, pero sí puede cambiar su color porque es fotosensible. Y como no se ponen agentes conservadores, por eso a veces hay esa sensación, pero no se echa a perder para nada el producto, es nada más un cambio de coloración por exposición a la luz demasiado tiempo. Recuerden que es una línea vegana orgánica y al no tener y al minimizar los productos petroquímicos, obviamente tienes otros cuidados específicos para tus productos. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Go on.
So now for oily roots and dry ends. Oily roots and dry ends are one of the biggest problems everywhere. So the Rebalance shampoo is a shampoo with rice vinegar and spirulina. How does it work? It adapts actually to the imbalance with a double action derived from fruit vinegar and spirulina, which means that it's gonna make all the oily roots, dry the oily roots and hydrate the ends. So the vinegar is gonna remove the impurities, and the long-lasting effect is because of the spirulina. So it's gonna have a very long effect and the roots are not gonna be oily very quickly. And it has at the same time a softening effect on the length and the ends. So it's a double action. One for the roots with removing all the oil and the impurities, and a hydrating action on the length and the ends. Still talking about the oily scalp. So we have 2 products for the oily scalp, the Purify and the Purify Extra. Oily scalps are caused by imbalance in the sebaceous glands. So that's actually what causes them to produce too much sebum. And just to go back to what we were saying earlier about doing a shampoo every day, when you do a shampoo every day, it's an aggression to this sebaceous glands. So what they're gonna do to protect the hair, they're gonna produce more oil and more sebum. So if you wash your hair every day, it's gonna become greasy, and that's what makes it want to be washed every day. But if you space a little bit the shampoos and have 2 shampoos a week or 3 shampoos a week, you're gonna notice that the hair is not gonna be as greasy as it was. For oily roots, this is the product I was telling you about. So this is made with propolis. As I told you, propolis comes from honey from bees, and that's why this product is not vegan. By end of 2020, it's gonna become vegan, and we're gonna replace the propolis with white clay. The Purify pre-shampoo, the Purify shampoo with propolis, as I was telling you, it actually purifies the scalp without damaging it. So it removes all the excess of sebum without making it itchy or too dry. The Purify pre-shampoo, this is the perfect product when you want to use another shampoo, for instance. The best thing to do is to use the Purify before your shampoo. So you apply section by section, just like the clear. Section by section on a dry scalp, you have to massage gently to activate the purifying effect, and then you leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes, even 20 minutes if you want to, and then you rinse. Once you've rinsed the Purify pre-shampoo, you can use the Purify shampoo or a Color Protect or a Repair or other shampoo that your hair might need. So you don't have to use Purify pre-shampoo and Purify shampoo at the same time all the time. Then if you have very oily roots, that means that you do your shampoo in the morning and at the same day, in the afternoon, your hair is already greasy. This shampoo is for this clientele, and it's already as well for young people during puberty. They might have excess of oil and sebum. The Purify Extra is the perfect product for that. And this one is not going to change the formula because it has fruit acids. So it's not about propolis or any vegan issues.
So we can say that the Purify and the Purify Extra are for patients that in Mexico have hyperseborrhea or very
Yes.
greasy, oily scalp, correct?
Exactly. It's the perfect product for them.
Because we have a lot in Mexico. We have a lot of skin, oily skin, and we have a lot of acne, and also the oily skin gets to also the scalp, el cuero cabelludo, obviamente, pues en México, para toda la piel grasa o mixta, el Purify y el Purify Extra son para esos pacientes que no logran quitarse la hiperseborrea. Otra vez, no es un champú antiseborreico médico, pero sí tiene ciertas acciones ahí para regular la grasa y permitir que haya una mejoría en el pelo, en esos cueros cabelludos con raíces muy grasas. Gracias.
So we're going to start talking about colors. So as you know, the coloring product represents 315 million sold per year in France. So all the color treatment, a lot of women, like 55% of women, color their hair at home. So it's actually very important to talk about brands that give you the opportunity to do the coloring at home.
For you to know, Mahdi, in Mexico that's not the case, but it's every day more the case for the specific millennial segment. Today, 90% of the segment of middle to high class of Mexico do get coloring at their hairdresser. So it's very common that patients now are starting to get coloration at home, ¿no? La tendencia de que en México vas más al peluquero que te lo tintas en casa, pero la tendencia ya está cambiando, So tell us, what can we do at home and what can we do with the hairdresser, because we can do both. And the doctor that is listening to us can recommend or sell product that patient at home, or go with the hairdresser with a better product than what sometimes the hairdresser is recommending, if that's possible. Sometimes it's not the case.
Of course. Well, the best thing about it is that you have that culture of going to the hairdresser over there, which is perfect. Now, this kind of coloration, it's not professional coloration because you don't have a colorist at home with you telling you to mix 2 colors and 3 colors. You know, the coloration system is very difficult. This kind of coloring is not used to change your hair color or go crazy and creative at home. This is to help women do their roots when they cannot go to the hairdresser, which means if you're used to going to the hairdresser and, for instance, you're going on holiday or you don't have time to go to see him, this would be the answer. You have to use the shade that's the closest to the shade of your hair color and apply it. But it's not something that you're gonna have fun with at home and be creative, because let's say it's a job to be a colorist, so you don't need to go crazy about colors at home. This is really something to help people do their roots if they don't have the time or the budget to go to the hairdresser. For all the rest, hair changing colors, extreme hair changing colors, highlights, and all the other things that you can do with your hair, it's always better to go to a hairdresser, that's for sure. So the coloring system, number system, as you might know, it goes from 1 to 10, from the darkest shade, which is black, until the platinum blonde or very, very light blonde. Usually the first number is the color base. So here we have the 6, so it's the dark blonde, and which is after the comma, you have the reflects. So the first reflect will be the stronger one, and the second one will be the less concentrated one. So here, for instance, we have dark blonde, it's gold and copper. So you'll have more gold than copper in this combination. So oxidation and coloration. So as you might see in the picture, here you have the hair cuticle, they are closed. Then you have the ammonia, which is used in most of hair colors, not in ours. It's gonna spread out the scales on the cuticles and open them up, and the color pigmentation is gonna pass between the layers and go inside the hair. Then usually you have an acid solution, like I was telling you, like using the color, special treatments for colored hair. This acid solution is gonna make sure all the layers are sealed and the hair color is stuck inside the hair. So, as I was telling you, we do not use we do not use any ammonia in our products. Why? Because ammonia is actually discomfort. You're gonna feel discomfort. It's tangling, it's irritating, it doesn't smell very good, and it's very unpleasant. We replaced it by oil and MEA, which is a chemical swap into ammonia. And with this one, you have no smell, no odor. It's very comfortable. It penetrates less deeply in the hair, but at the same time, it covers 100% of white hairs or gray hairs. And since it doesn't penetrate as deeply, so it doesn't damage the hair. So, la couleur absolue, it's a nutrition color that's gonna protect the hair at the same time. So as I was telling you, it covers up 100% of gray hair. It's permanent coloring. You can only lighten up to 2 tones, which means if you have, for instance, number 5, which is a light brown, you can only go with number 7, which is 2 tones maximum. You cannot go a lot lighter than 2 tones from the color you already have. Of course, it's ammonia-free, resorcinol-free, and PPD-free, so no allergies, but at the same time, it's very important to do an allergy test 48 hours before doing the color. In this kit, you will actually have a pre-coloring nutritive serum. The pre-coloring nutritive serum is going to be put on the length and the ends. What is it going to do? It's going to protect the hair and give it more shine after the hair color. Then you have number 2 and number 3, which is the oxidant and the professional color pigment that we're going to mix and apply on the hair and leave it on for 35 minutes. At the end, you do not need to wash your hair with a shampoo. We have to only rinse the hair until the water is clear. When the water is clear, we can apply the post-coloring moisturizing mask that's going to fix the color because of its acid pH. Do you have any questions for the hair colors?
They're starting to get into the question, still the shampoos and routine, but yes. Go on with the color. The question we have, the only one for the moment, is what is MEA and what does it stand for?
MEA is chemicals swapped in the ammonia. So it's another chemical version of the ammonia, but without all the bad ingredients of it. So no smell, no irritation, no allergies.
Para hacer una comparación, el MEA, doctora María, es como los derivados retinoicos que no tienen el poder de irritación del retinol, pero los beneficios, ¿no? Los retinal 10, retinal y todos los derivados de retinoles, retinaldoides y todos sus componentes. Entonces es un subderivado de la ammonia. No deja de ser un químico porque si no, no hubiera algo. Un tinte 100% vegetal no dura y en nuestras latitudes como México, pues es perder más confianza del cliente, pero es dentro de la clasificación muchísimo más protector, muchísimo más puro, digamos que tiene el mismo efecto de abrir las escalas y todo, la fibra como lo buscas, para un tinte que dure de 4 a 5 semanas sin los nasties, los efectos secundarios del amoníaco, ¿no? Eso es.
So the MEA, it actually opens the cuticle, and that's what makes the color formula can penetrate in the hair shaft and create the shade we want. And the chemical name of it is monoethanolamine.
Okay, thank you very much. A question for the hairdresser. What about the color effects when it is used by hairdressers? Because this line has also a professional line, big size, ¿no? Hay todos los formatos de 500 ml, para salones también y estilistas, es una marca profesional.
Yes.
So what can you tell us about de faire des mèches et de faire des effets de couleur? Est-ce que c'est possible avec cette marque? Is it possible?
Well, if you want to do highlight effect or low light, you can. It depends. If you're working on the natural hair, it's very easy to do that. This technique. For instance, if someone has brown hair, you can take maybe a blonde or light blonde color and do your balayage or highlights with the color. But it's only going to work if the hair is natural. If the hair is already colored with a darker shade, it is impossible, because you have to remember that a color do not lighten another color, which means if the hair is already colored in a darker shade, there is no way we can lighten it with a color. You will actually have to bleach the hair to make it lighter. If the hair is natural, it will go lighter with no problem.
Thank you very much. Mais des balayages, par exemple, on ne peut pas faire.
Non, on peut faire des balayages, comme j'ai dit, de couleur, mais pas des balayages blonds, platine, par exemple. On peut pas décolorer.
So we can reach certain color effects, but not the whole range and palette of color effects that a hairdresser can do with chemical products. Okay, thank you.
C'est exactement ça. So I'm going to show you the diagnosis tool. So this is the diagnosis.
We don't see your camera. If you can turn on.
Oh,
your
you don't
camera.
see my camera?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry.
I did all this without camera?
Yes, because the internet was not going on so well. So there is a. Did we finish with the color?
Yes.
Yes. So I've got many questions. In the meantime, tu peux mettre ta caméra et on va voir. So
Oui.
I've got a lot of questions about the coloring to finish. Frania, qué gusto verte conectada. Can we use the color in patients that are under radiotherapy or doing chemotherapy? Is MEA recommended for those patients, or no coloration for those patients?
I personally, from my hairdresser experience and all the salons, usually people with these kind of problems, they tend to use very natural colors like botanical and herbal colors that have no chemicals in them whatsoever. Type of henna, for instance.
So you would not recommend neither Lazartigue for cancer patients?
No, it's always better to take the advice of the doctor, but at the same time, it's better not to use chemical product, because even though it's a clean product, it's still a chemical product.
Sí, Frania, el MEA no deja de ser un derivado del amoníaco en una forma muchísimo más segura, pero aún así recomendamos que se utilice N u otros tintes 100% vegetales que obviamente no duran, pero para esos pacientes de cáncer. So before you show the tool that was used initially, a big tool by Lazartigue, recordemos que fue el primer colorista, primer estilista francés haber usado en los años 70 unas herramientas de microscopio electrónico. En esa época eran los primeros dermatoscopios que salían para ver la fibra capilar. Es decir, en su peluquería en Rue Royale en París utilizaba esa herramienta y hoy tiene una aplicación Lazartigue que se monta sobre tu celular. Es algo muy padre. I would like you to answer a couple of other questions before.
Of course.
We have the shampoo that's for irritated scalp would be the extra gentle, correct?
No, it would be the calm.
The calm.
It will be more the calm, yes.
Great. So that was one question. Another question for men and for bear, la barbe. What do we use for men and what do you recommend as routine for men? Y eso es para Hugo y su barbería y todos los doctores que tienen también a pacientes millennials con mucha barba.
To be honest, all of our products, they're not targeted only for women. So all of our products can be used by men and women. And even, I don't know if you noticed, but the packaging are very sober and classy. So it's very for men and women. Now, the product that most of people use for men is the extra gentle, or men that have other problems like the Fortify shampoo for hair loss is one of the best seller here in Paris for men. So the Fortify or the Extra Gentle. And then if you have dry hair, personally, I have dry hair, I use the Nourish shampoo. So it depends on the problem you have. And you were asking me as well about the beard, that's right?
Yes.
Yeah, the beard, something that works really well on the beard is the l'huile de rêve, the oil.
El aceite para la barba y toda la parte del vello o bigote, barba y bigote sería el aceite que recomienda. Les vamos a mandar toda la información, obviamente. No dejen de pedirnos. También si hay videos del l'huile de rêve nos están pidiendo para las redes sociales. We have a testimonial from Dr. Tanya. She loved the coloration. She got 3 weeks ago and she has no white hair at this moment. She loved it that it doesn't smell, and she changed her routine to Lazartigue 100%. And she's a doctor, a friend of us, but a customer of us, and she's very, very keen. And she says the l'huile de rêve is the top product for her. So thank you very much. And it is a real testimonial of a doctor who have been trying that recently. We've got Araceli Solis that says, what is the duration of the coloration, because it's non-ammoniac and non-peroxide based? What's the length, the duration? We have the testimonial of 3 weeks, but do you say that on average it does last a month as we promise?
Well, it does last a month. Now, what we can promise is that the parts of your hair that you colored with Lazartigue will not change. So the color is not going to fade away. The color is not going to get lighter, especially if you're using the right products and using products for colored hair like the colored shampoo or the mask. Now, 2, 3 to 4 weeks, even 5 weeks, but only on the parts that you colored. Sometimes people in 2 or 3 weeks, they start having roots. So the hair starts to grow and you start to see your natural hair color and the white hairs. This is normal. So if it happens, that means that your hair is growing. It's not the hair color that's fading away.
Que recordemos que si vemos las canas a veces es porque está creciendo el pelo y el pelo sale de su color natural y no es que el tinte se despintó, sino que obviamente el crecimiento capilar le ganó en su tiempo a la duración de la coloración en la parte que fue pintada, pero lo que ya salió ya no está colorado porque estaba totalmente debajo del folículo cuando ya empezó la coloración. We have other questions about all the shampoos. We will try to make it very clear and send to the doctors a visual aid to help them, saying if it's thick, if it's oily, if the length, or if the scalp. We will try to make it very easy to understand the line, but they understood that there is a product for a single need, and you can also combine. So this comes to my last question about shampoos and everything. What about the daily use of shampoos or not, daily use of mask or not, daily use of conditioners or not? ¿Qué opinas de esa cuestión de si lo lavo diario, uso mi shampoo diario? Because we have doctors now with the COVID that are washing their hair 2 times a day because they are seeing patients that at hospital. What do you recommend for those doctors? And normally on a daily routine, what is your recommendation as a specialist?
Well, to start with, the first problem is with this, at this specific time with the COVID and everything, it's normal to wash our hair every day and hands and bodies and everything. But in a normal time, it's not very recommended to wash your hair every day. As I was saying earlier, the more you wash your hair, the more you're going to aggress the scalp and the more the sebum is going to come out as a protection. So it is better to wash your hair maybe 2 times a week, 3 times a week, but not every day. For the conditioner, you can use the conditioner every time you wash your hair. For the mask, you can use the mask once a week. You can do a deep, nourishing or repairing mask once a week and leave it on maybe for half an hour with a hot steam or towel, just to make sure it penetrates deeply in the hair. If you want to do a mask after every shampoo, you can as well, but there is no need. It depends on the needs of your hair. If the hair is very damaged, for instance, and I'm using the repair shampoo, I can do a repair mask every time I use my shampoo. Because if the hair is very damaged, it's gonna need more care. And as I was saying, don't forget to mix and match the products, because as you can see, l'huile de rêve, it has so many ways of using it, and it's protecting, nutrition, it does them all. So it's very good to put, for instance, l'huile de rêve before and l'huile de rêve after. And in between, you can wash your hair, do the conditioner after every shampoo, and maybe do a deep mask once a week.
Okay, very interesting. Talking about l'huile de rêve, you mentioned a number of drops. Can you recall the drops? How many drops you recommend for which use? Because el número de gotas ya vimos que eran de 2 o 3 hasta 6 o 10. So what is the average number of drops that you recommend?
Okay, if you're doing it as an overnight treatment or a pre-shampoo treatment, like an hour before or one night before, you can put as much as you want. You can put maybe 2 or 3 full pipettes of l'huile de rêve, because you want to have a very a deep mask of l'huile de rêve. So this is if you use it before the shampoo. If you're using it after the shampoo, so before your blow dry or after your blow dry, you're gonna maybe put 2 drops on thin hair, 4 drops on normal hair, and maybe 8 to 10 drops on thick hair. Once again, it depends if the hair is long or not. But usually, when you start using it, you usually get the pace of it. So you know afterwards what you need and how many drops you need. It's a dry oil, it's not very oily.
Es un aceite increíble que no es muy lipídico, no muy grasoso, así que lo pueden usar sin problema. Hasta 2 pipetas completas en el cabello pre-shampoo para hacerle como una mascarilla, como un tratamiento, pero en mantenimiento son entre 2 gotas para pelo muy fino hasta 6 o 10 gotas en pelo más largo, más grueso, ¿no? Va a depender de la fibra capilar y va a depender de la cantidad de pelo que quieres hidratar o tratar con ese aceite, ¿no? Que les enseñamos. Entonces va de 2 gotas a 10 gotas en mantenimiento, 1 o 2 veces al día. Y si quieres estar haciendo el tratamiento pre-shampoo, tienes entonces que vertir pipetas completas del producto, ¿no? Les daremos toda la información, está por escrito, obviamente. So can you show us this wonderful tool that we've been developing there?
Yes.
Please.
So of course, at the beginning, when Jean-François Lazartigue created this tool, it was a very big machine with microscopes and everything. And today, this is the tool. So it's actually a smartphone with a special camera in it. And you have the Lazartigue application. So as you can see on the screen, you have exam, client, and options. So you just need to press on client, enter all the client's detail, and the email of the client. So when you type on client, you add the client, it asks you the name, date of birth, the email, the telephone if they want to. Afterwards, when you do the client, you do the exam. When you do the exam, you're gonna take 2 pictures for the exam. It's gonna be 1 picture of the scalp and 1 picture of the length. Very easy to do, it just need to be as flat as possible. Once you do that, you're gonna have questions. How many times do you wash your hair? What are your needs? Is your hair greasy or no? And afterwards, when everything is filled, it will actually give you a prescription of what products to use. And the prescription is sent directly to your client's email. So the pictures look like this.
This is a tool that helps. Es como un dermatoscopio integrado a tu celular, que es una aplicación de Lazartigue para hacer el mismo tipo de diagnóstico que hacemos con Universkin para la piel, lo hacemos también para el pelo con Lazartigue. Entonces tiene funciones para partir de un diagnóstico basal y explicar a tu paciente, ¿no? Obviamente tú, dermatóloga, ya tienes tu herramienta, los médicos especialistas cuentan con un dermatoscopio electrónico, pero si no fuera el caso o quisieras darlo a un asistente y que lo maneje un asistente, podría perfectamente bien utilizar esa aplicación. Les daremos noticias de eso con justamente el equipo de marketing. So we will have it soon in Mexico and help doctors or their assistants maybe can do that for them and start doing a diagnostic, a basal diagnostic of the patient and see the evolution and the change.
It makes really things easier if you're not a hairdresser. So it actually answers, it gives you the prescription from the questions. For instance, the first question is, how many times a week do you wash your hair? Once a week, twice a week, every day, every 2 days. When you answer that, they just ask you, is your hair natural, colored, highlighted? So you answer the question. And then you have, is your hair
choosing the product?
It's going to help you choose the product. So now it's going to ask you, is your hair fine, normal, or thick? And then, is it breaking? Is it colored? Is it, do you have split ends? And then here, it's about the scalp. Is your scalp irritating? Do you have dandruffs? Is your hair, are you think that you're losing your hair? What are your needs? And then, once you've filled all the questions, it gives you the prescription. So it gives you what to put before the shampoo, and the treatment. And then you send it directly to the mailbox.
Te da una recomendación de rutina and we send it by email to the patient. That's very convenient.
Yes, it's very easy to use and it takes really like the whole questioning with the pictures. It's 6 minutes.
Okay, we have many doctors saying, we want the app. We want to have it. ¿Cuándo? Quand est-ce qu'on l'aura? Mais dit, maintenant que tu vas chauffer la salle, il faut qu'on l'envoie.
Ah bah oui, je vais tout faire pour vous l'envoyer au plus vite.
When will it be available for the other countries outside France?
We are working on it right now. It took a little bit longer with the COVID and everything, but we're working on it and you're going to have it as soon as possible.
Okay, so it will be available soon. Muy pronto va a estar disponible. Es la versión beta que ya está liberando Francia y después de las pruebas lo podremos tener in Spanish, pues como lo aura besoin en español.
Yes, l'application est en, the application is in French, Spanish, German. It has a lot of languages.
Great, that's perfect. Yes. Last questions. We had a question from Doctora Aline. Aline was asking earlier if we had, let me find the question for her. How many times can you use purified pre-shampoo? And what do we use if we don't use conservative? Which products do we use to make the formula stable if we don't have any conservative or nasty products you were mentioning at start?
We don't have, just to answer the question for the clear product. The clear product.
Yeah, the purified pre-shampoo.
The purified pre-shampoo, you can use it before every shampoo you do, unless you wash your hair every day. If you wash your hair every day, no. So 2 to 3 times a week is enough.
Okay, nice. And what do we use as conservative?
As I said, we don't have conservatives that are in the no list. But of course, we have conservatives, but they are eco-responsible. So we do not use paraben, we do not use phenoxyethanol, we do not use all the controversial conservatives. We have very gentle conservatives. And we're going to have the eco label, ecologique label soon. We don't have it yet, but we're going to have it. And then we'll be able to say that we have EcoCert conservatives.
Great. I thank you very much. We have a couple of last questions for pregnant women. Is there something cautious we have to be about, or what is your recommendation as a laboratory?
Just for pregnant women, maybe do not use the extra gentle because it has essential oils.
Okay, so avoid essential oils. Okay, thank you. Merci Fadoua. Fadoua, on a Fadoua Bézil qui t'a écouté. qui est libanaise. So she was very happy. And she's here in Mexico saying, merci, Mahdi, de la part de Fadwa. Diana is asking us, what about the combination of the tones we can combine just to make sure that she lost this information? She will see the replay and watch it again, but we can mix and play the colors, as you were mentioning, to obtain certain effects, but not exactly the same full balayage and complex effects that you can get at the hair salon with other brands which have chemicals. That's correct.
Exactly, but something that everybody needs to remember is you can play with the color to do some lighting effects, but you cannot mix colors together. So do not play like a hairdresser mixing a number 5 with number 4 with number 2 with number 1. It's not gonna work. So it's always better to choose the right color with the box, and do not mix
no
colors
utilizar
together.
los colores opuestos y tratar de siempre combinarlos de una forma profesional. So we need to learn a lot more. We will have some special trainings in Mexico. Tendremos capacitaciones en México con doctores, con peluqueros en español para ayudarles. But we wanted today to have the full course from France, from the international trainer Mahdi. This is very nice and thank you for your help. Last question from Fadwa. Elle en profite. How long a mask for color hair help you to revitalize the colored hair? It means the mask gives extra life to the color hair for how long, or what is its impact on the color hair?
Its impact on the color is very simple. It's gonna make the color last longer. It's gonna avoid that the color fades away. And it's gonna give your hair extreme shine.
Ok. Entonces va a brillar más, va a durar más la color y va a evitar que se descolore tan rápidamente. Es para tu pregunta, Fadwa, utilizando las mascarillas de protección. Hugo Martinez is very happy. He's saying that he's using the brand every day more. He got to know the brand very recently. He has got a barber shop. He's a dermatologist, so he's very into the hair. He's a specialist in trichology. We also say hello to Daniela in Tijuana. We will have a special clinic study that we will make in Mexico. We need your help to define which shampoos for which product. We will have the microscope confocal with Dr. Azamira, who is connected to. So we're just telling you that we will have a wonderful clinical study in Mexico with Mexican patients on different hair types. And we will have measurements and questionnaires. So we need your help, Mahdi. We will connect with you later on this topic. I wanted to thank you very much and say that síguenos en Lazartigue MX en Instagram para Auvernia y su nueva era de marcas. Y nos preguntaban, ¿es una marca exclusiva para doctores? No, no doctores. Esas marcas forman parte de un grupo de marcas nuevas, de una división nueva de Grupo Auvernia, que obviamente vendemos a doctores, pero todo lo que tiene que ver con pelo es parte del dominio del doctor, pero no exclusivo. Tenemos también que atender, y lo entenderán, a otro tipo de lugares para venderlo, obviamente siempre exclusivos para una marca así, y de estilistas de renombre para tener un alcance y propagar la buena palabra de una marca totalmente congruente en su abordaje, en sus ingredientes, en sus empaques, en sus resultados. No olviden, esa marca es para hacer un detox de tu cabello actual, aguantar unas 2-3 semanas para que el paciente cambie de rutina, pero después, aquí hay varios testimoniales, es una marca que no dejarás, porque cuando verás que lo natural te puede dar lo mismo que tenías con los químicos, no hay ninguna razón para no quedarte. So Lazartigue comes in Mexico to last. We are happy to launch it officially this year. Thanks, Mahdi. We hope to have you on board very soon when the planes and the airports are open.
I hope so. I hope so.
To do a real live training. I know it's difficult for hairdressers, for hair specialists.
Very difficult. It's not the same when you don't have the people in front of you, but I was very happy, and thanks for your attention. And since then, we can still try to do trainings with specific topics. If you need me anytime, I'm here for you.
We will. We say hello. We will say hello. There will be, Frania, some courses for the assistants. Yes, of course. Vamos a capacitar las asistentes, el staff de ustedes. Vamos a hacer simple y fácil el entender la marca para no peluqueros, porque entenderán que pues, tienen que simplificar ustedes no se pueden meter a todo a detalle, pero las uñas y el pelo son su dominio. No lo olviden, doctores, y no dejen que unas cosmetólogas a veces hagan más daño que beneficio. Siempre uses productos aprobados y recomendados por profesionales. Pati Armas y todos los doctores que se conectaron, ha sido un enorme placer tenerlos aquí. Ivette, María y todos los médicos que han estado con nosotros. Pati, gracias. Espero que con eso te ayude con tus lavadas frecuentes con COVID. Y gracias al equipo técnico, gracias a todo el equipo Auvernia, gracias Mateo, gracias Grecia, gracias Dianita, gracias Joana, gracias Brandon, gracias Pancho, gracias a todos los que hacen eso posible. Thank you very much. We conclude those 2 hours with you saying see you soon in Mexico and long life to Lazartigue with our hair, with our Latin hair, with our Mexican habits of coloration, of greasy scalp. And I'm sure that the trichologists and specialists of hair that were connected today will be more than happy to collaborate with the brand. So here we are. Gracias.
I hope so.
Auvernia les agradece y estamos en conexión para el siguiente curso. Y no dejen los que ya están conectados de saber que a la 1 hablamos de peelings y con sus complicaciones con Gaby Ortega. Será con su colega a la 1 de la tarde. Otra plática, otro tema. Siempre con Auvernia. Gracias a todos. See you. Say hello to the team in Paris. Hello to Sophie and the whole Lazartigue team. And stay safe and be back to the normal.
Everybody.
We hope to see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Merci encore.